Speech off.
Blind Kyle checking in. Hope everybody's having a great Monday so far. Tuesday, whatever day it is. I just want to tell this quick story to, I don't know, put people on a similar path that I am on spiritually, or just to inspire, motivate, or just wonder so that y'all can hear and listen to this story. Over the past few months, I'm sure that y'all noticed, I've been hard at work with this C-Swell stuff, trying to learn and teach myself, things about 501c3s and the logistics of business and learning all of that. Before I had ever lost my eyesight, I never cared about any of that stuff. I just always was the guy tying the knots. I was the guy, filleting the fish, or fueling the jet skis, or cleaning the boats. And I never minded that, and I still don't mind that. In fact, I actually like being the grunt worker, like hands-on manual labor. But over the past couple months, I've really been hard at work at slowly, keyword slowly, learning this typing and these computer skills. And I'm obviously, I would imagine that y'all could tell that I've gotten a little bit better with these social media posts. And, all this is just me, just so everybody knows. So far I've had a little bit of help from friends, from close friends, but for the most part, this has all been me. The story I want to tell is about willingness, right? The willingness to continue to put one foot in front of the other. When if I'm honest with y'all, I didn't believe that this typing and the keyboard stuff or whatever would ever really pay off, nor did I really want it to, right? Like, as I was learning this typing stuff, I'll be honest with y'all, the idea of having to answer a phone and be on the phone with somebody and try to retain that information, and then also blindly type out their information, right? I've gotten pretty good at typing. I can type out complete sentences and emails or whatever. I'm still in the process of learning to drive the computer. That's like where I'm at now. But the thought of trying to do that, phone, type in, remember that, it was really like discouraging me, I guess you could say. It gives me a headache to do that for longer than 20-30 minutes a day. The typing that I do, like, I can do a little bit a day, but like as I'm learning, I have to stop after a little bit because it's too much. My brain just don't like it, y'all. I don't know how else to say it. But I kept doing it. Uh, Over the past couple weeks, I had gotten put into the case manager at the lighthouse, the job vocational, under her caseload. And this lady, Miss Dana at the lighthouse, is an amazing lady. You could tell she's very professional, and she's very good at what she does, and she's placed a lot of clients at different jobs. So that was exciting, right? So now I have this lady who it's her sole job to get me a job, right? That's what she's supposed to do. She even took me to Walmart a couple weeks ago because she told me that my clothes that I wore to the lighthouse were not interview ready. So she took me to Walmart and she bought me like some khakis and like this polo shirt. And I was telling her, like, I don't really like, okay, we could do this. And the Division of Blind Services, the state of Florida, paid for my clothes from Walmart, right? But I'm sitting here thinking in my head, like, I'm never going to wear these clothes again. I might go to one or two interviews, but I'm kind of fingers crossed, like, that the job that I find is going to be something that I still enjoy doing, because I was getting really scared about them placing me at some job and me having to do something, for work that I don't feel passionate about. One of the things that I decided a few years ago when I stopped drinking alcohol, that I'm not going to do anything that I don't feel the passion for, right? And that's why I'm so passionate about the C-Swell and getting these visually impaired people doing activities that they wouldn't be able to do if it weren't for me. The other day, Luke had such an amazing experience. doing things. I could tell he got a little overstimulated at different points of the times, which as visually impaired people, that is perfectly normal. And to get through that, it was very impressive to see him, his coping skills, I guess you could say, of what he does to work through the things. So I'm at Walmart and I'm getting the shirts and clothes and I'm just kind of discouraged, but I'm putting one foot in front of the other. The willingness to like continue to just put one foot in front of the other, and I'm saying yes to all these things that I really don't want to do, these things that I don't really want to learn. Like, I don't enjoy the technology stuff. I like going fishing, I like going scuba diving, I like doing adventurous activities and things like that. I'm not into playing with the computer. But I'm going to do it because that's what they said that I needed to do in order to get back to work and reintegrate in myself into society. So a couple of days ago, I called a really good friend of mine. I used to work for a company called Suncoast Water Sports. I used to give jet ski tour rides down by the Skyway Bridge, which is the big bridge that enters Tampa Bay. We would do a little jet ski tour for a couple of hours down there. I would wear out the customers. I'd take them to sPass or Shell Island, Fort DeSoto, and I'd let them like walk around the island for a little bit. I also worked for on the parasail boats and like the dolphin watching and sunset cruise boats for them. So I had called him a couple days ago and was just talking to him about getting Luke parasailing and what that would look like, and my ideas with Sea Swell, and we were just chatting, and the opportunity arose for me to start working at one of the cabanas back on the beach. St. Pete Beach, Suncoast Water Sports has pretty much all of the cabanas on St. Pete Beach with the yellow smiley faces on top, and the parasails with the yellow smiley faces. That's Suncoast Water Sports. So I'm talking to Jeff, and he gives me the opportunity to start working part-time out there on the beach. What I will be doing is fueling jet skis. I'll be helping clean the jet skis towards the end of the day, but mostly I'm there to just be a communicator of, selling water activities and our Suncoast excursions to people walking around on the beach. How perfect. Willingness, right? Put one foot in front of the other. I'm not thinking about myself when I'm talking to this Jeff, when I'm talking to the owner of Suncoast. I'm asking him about Luke and going parasailing. And he offers me a job. And I started working last week. Of course, the weather's bad now, so I got the next couple of days off, but that's Florida. And I just want everybody to understand that this whole process, that since I moved back down to Florida last June, that I have been blindly putting one foot in front of the other because people, my mentors, because that's what people told me to do. To just trust in the process and to just continue to push on, that something positive will happen, right? Roscoe told me that a long time ago, that to just keep doing the next right thing and that something positive will happen, will manifest. It can't help but not, right? I was getting very discouraged. I was getting close to wanting to give up. I even mentioned to my mom a few times the thought of leaving Florida again because it's so expensive to live here. I love it here. I never want to leave paradise. I love where I live. I'm 30 blocks from the beach. I'm 30 blocks from downtown St. Pete. I have a community of people around me that knows me, knows what I like, and I can talk to about pretty much anything. One foot in front of the other. Today I get up and I do the same exact things that I've been doing now for almost 2 years. And the routine may look a little bit different on the outside, but on the inside it's the exact same. Right? I wake up, I surrender, and I ask guidance from something. I'm not even really sure what that is. Some call it God, higher power, spirit, creator, creation, universe, whatever, right? But I'm in communication with it constantly. And we're going back and forth, not all the times I want to listen, right? But I want y'all to understand the willingness to put one foot in front of the other. That In 2019, I had the best job that I thought ever. I had what I thought was my dream job, working for Hubbard's Marina, working on fishing boats. That's what I got to do for a living. In 2019, there was very traumatic things happen. A very good friend of mine passed away, and then just a few months later, I lost my eyesight and I was unable to work. For years, I spent drinking myself to oblivion, trying to black out and trying to find ways to put myself to sleep. But over the past couple years, I've put the alcohol down and just put one foot in front of the other. You know, and most of the time, I'll be honest, I didn't believe that none of this was going to pay off. And today, I sit here telling y'all it's paid off. I have a job now working on the beach at Suncoast Water Sports for an owner, Jeff and Dave, that I admire, I respect, I trust, I can talk to about. I can tell them what's going on in my life. And I still have the amazing communication with Dylan Hubbard and Hubbard's Marina. Another crazy story, I forgot to even mention this. So 2 days before I talked to Jeff, I have a bunch of these Hubbard's crew shirts. I'm wearing one right now. I used to have probably 20 or so of the crew shirts because as working on the crew members, your shirts get fishy. You want to trade them out. You want new ones, blah, blah, blah. You always want the new stuff, right? So I had collected me like 20 of these red Hubbard's crew shirts. And I'd been holding on to them because I was praying that I would get my job back. I was praying that I'd get my job back. I kept praying, right? Push until something happens or pray until something happens, whatever that saying is that y'all got going on now. And I had been doing that, man. Just please let me get a job back at Hubbard's Marina. I'm a hard worker. I'm disciplined. I'll be there every day. Blah, 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 blah. Well, something told me in my meditations about a week ago to just give away all those red crew Hubbard shirts. That I didn't need them anymore. That there was no point to hold on to like 20 of the exact same shirts, right? That I don't work for Hubbard's anymore. That there's nothing wrong with giving those shirts away. That I'm not going to need them for work anymore. So I give them away. 2 days later, I get the job at Suncoast Water Sports. I don't know what kind of things that y'all believe in, but I am in very good contact with my creator. And I don't think that that's a coincidence. That 2 days after I happened to give all my crew shirts, I let go of that old past and tried to step forward into new life, right? And now I have a job at Suncoast Water Sports. I was able to take Luke Herbert and the Herbert family fishing at Hubbard's Marina a couple days ago, and we had an amazing experience. The fishing wasn't very good, but we still had a great time, and Luke got to learn a lot. Luke did such an amazing job fishing. The whole family did, and it was such a pleasure to spend time with the family and learn about the Herbert family. This ride has been such a journey since I've moved back down to Florida. It's been ups and highs and downs and lows and all there in betweens. The hurricanes hit, and I thought life was like, it was so hectic and chaotic here. There was always something was going. Where do I need to be? What do I don't need to be doing? Need to be cleaning, fixing something, breaking something. And then all of January and pretty much February, there was like nothing to do. And I'm in the process of just trying to find whatever to do. I'm going to the gym. I'm freaking trying to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I'm just doing all these things because I'm just trying to be positive. I'm just trying to move forward with life. And I really do have to say this to you guys that over the last 10 to 12, 14 days, maybe the last 2 weeks of my life have been the best since I lost my eyesight. And I want to thank everybody that has been a part of my journey since all of this has happened. Someone going through what I went through, I recognize and am very aware that that's a very traumatic thing and that anybody would be shaken up. And I'm not telling anybody I'm handling it any better or any worse than anybody. The only reason I just do what I'm doing right now is because I want to help inspire. I want to help motivate. Maybe this video makes one person do the thing that they were being too lazy to do today. Or, maybe you'll integrate meditation into your morning routine or your nightly routine, right? If I can talk you into doing that, then I have reached my goal, right? And it's now time to set new goals, right? I like to thank everybody for being a part of my journey. Thank you for sharing the story. because when you share it, you're spreading hope, you're spreading awareness, and spreading that hope is what this is all about. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Speech on. Stop recording video.